right, so this is Tanika. We're here for another Dispute Facts kind of group meeting. I don't want to call them coaching calls, but kind of like group meetings where we've been having since the end of July, where I just kind of hop on for an hour and kind of walk you guys kind of through the software, answer any questions that you have. I do show, if we have time, like a couple of things on automations. Specifically this call, I was supposed to be going over some things in AutoFox, going around how to, how you can get leads in the system and how you can nurture leads into AutoFox. Okay. If you are just watching and this is a video just for the first time, just know that it may seem a little bit advanced because how I do these group calls, I'm hoping that each one builds off of the other. So if you go to my YouTube channel, which is at Dispute Facts Queen, I do have a couple of videos up already where I'm kind of walking you guys through this setup. Okay, so we kind of already went over clients and leads, how to do web forms. I went over Score Fusion one call. I also had a contract specialist come on one call and talk about contract compliance in reference to CROs. Okay, so definitely make sure you check those out if you haven't already. And before I get started though, do you have any specific questions or anything that you would want me to go over?
No, I will save those for the very end if you want.
Got it. Okay. All right. So let's talk about leads first. Because I get a lot of questions about leads. How can we get leads in the system? And I know I'm very kind of transparent with you guys. I openly share my website. I do offer multiple services. So you'll see that here if you come here. I'm based in Baltimore if Charm City doesn't give it away. But if you'll see here, like my website is kind of already connected to Dispute Facts. So I don't use anything other than Dispute Facts for right now. I don't pay for any ads. I don't use Zapier. I don't use ActiveCampaign, Go High Level. I don't use any of those things because I like to keep costs, my overhead low, just as a small business owner, right? So I try to, as much as possible, use Dispute Facts for everything that I can. So I said it to say all these buttons, a lot of these buttons that you see are connected to the software. Okay. So that helps me kind of get rid of Zapier. And then I'm gonna walk you through how to do that. All right. So the credit analysis that we have in the system, which you guys would probably refer to as a credit audit. For me personally, I use that as my lead magnet. I have them come in, they request a credit analysis, right? So if they click on this button, it's going to take them to a Dispute Facts form. Okay. They're able to answer all these questions. Okay. And then when they hit submit, this is going to bring them into my AutoFox or into my software as a lead. Okay. And then they'll start getting a bunch of emails and notifications on how to, order their credit report from, I use my Score IQ right now for this. Also, it's a redirect. Right. You'll see here, it just let them know like, hey, once you submit this form, you're going to be redirected to my Score IQ to send your, to order your credit report. And then once they are redirected, I still have email set up in AutoFox. It's going to let them know to say, hey, here's the link again in case you got lost. After you hit submit, here's the link again to order your report. Or if you already ordered your report, I have, and I'm gonna show a second, I have ways for them to be able to send us their login information either via email or via another Dispute Facts form. Okay.
Okay.
Close that out. And then, so let's just say, okay, we're past the credit analysis, right? So I kind of already scroll all the way down here. So these are like my sign up forms. I offer 3 packages, just bronze, silver, and gold. My bronze is kind of like a hybrid where I create the letters. They have access to the letters in the portal and they're able to kind of go in and just mail those out. This is actually, in this economy, this is actually the most popular one. And I don't mind it, because it's less work for me to do. I don't have to be trying to mail letters and buy stamps, right? So I actually don't mind it. You know, I still generate revenue from it. So it's pretty cool. But nonetheless, all of these sign up now buttons are also connected to a Dispute Fox form. Okay. So I kind of redid my process, my onboarding process a little bit. I'm pretty sure you all can relate to that. How many times, you know, it's always ways to improve, right? But if I see something that can be improved or changed, I definitely change it. So for me, I no longer do telephone consultations. It was just too much stuff kind of going on with TCR. So what I do is if they come in and they order this credit analysis, right? We get this, boom, and they come in Dispute Fox as a lead. What I do is I record a Loom video of me going over these questions. Okay. I go over their credit analysis. Okay. And then I send them the Loom video via email. Okay. In that email at the very end, I'm kind of redirecting them to come back to the website to say, hey, if you're ready to sign up now, here's the package, you can come and sign up. Okay. If they have questions, I instruct them to just ask me their questions via email. So right now, I don't have a chat box on my website and nothing yet. And also right now, Dispute Fox, we know we do have a mobile app, but the mobile app is only for clients. So we cannot communicate with leads in the mobile app because they don't have portal access, and we cannot communicate with affiliates right now with the mobile app. So that's important to know. So right now, the only thing you really can do is text, you know, talking to folks on social media and email. Okay, if you're worrying about TSR. Okay. All right. So when they come back to the website, though, this is really important. Again, it's another Dispute Fox form, and you can see this one is more detailed, right? I collect all my basic information. Over the years, I got tired of chasing people down for documents, so I was super excited when Dispute Fox added this feature to be able to collect their documents right up on the web form. I get that credit card information, literally everything I need, right? But I had folks ask me like, hey, you know, is this going to create a duplicate person in a system if we, you know, have them doing multiple forms? The answer is no, right? The answer is no. And the reason why it's no is you'll notice here where it says email, as long as they are using the same email that they initially used that's already on file, whatever additional forms they fill out is going to, you know, collect all this information and still put it in their file. Okay. Now, if they come in with a different email, then yeah, you'll have a duplicate person. But in theory, as long as the same email, it'll, you know, it's not going to create an issue. Okay. And you can still come in, collect this information. And then for this form, when they submit this form, I have my folks come in as a client automatically, and then that automatically triggers automations I have in AutoFox when they come in as a client. Okay. So that's pretty much the setup for the website. For leads and how I get the clients in, affiliates, because I love web forms. I'm gonna redo this page. I'm due for some edits, but this was my initial page for my affiliates, where I would have them come in, fill this out, and they would come in as I call them partners, then in person, then affiliates, but they would come in as a partner, and then that would trigger the automations for the affiliates, and they will also get like my calendar link to book an appointment and all that stuff. Okay. So what you'll see with the affiliates, which I'm going to show is it's still kind of limited in what we can do. I did ask them again just the other day, can we get statuses and for them? And I'll show you what I mean in AutoFox when I say statuses, because the statuses really allow you to customize, right? So for me, I would want to have statuses for my affiliates to say, yes, these are my affiliates who are already down. They're ready to start sending me people. Right, I want to have a status specifically for them, because their automations would be different, or their content would be different than somebody who I'm still trying to convince to send me people. You know what I mean? So I want to have statuses for them, kind of like how we're able to have for leads and clients. So that's something that I'm working on with them now.
Okay, that I do get, and that's pretty interesting to me. So I know you post this content in your social media, so I don't want to take too much of that, but so this forms, we would go through them tomorrow during the onboarding process, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So Yeah, so a lot of this stuff that I'm already walking through, if you signed up for my automation package, this stuff is already going to be included for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, all this stuff is already going to be already included. You see, I have the affiliate marketing. The emails will be branded to your brand, your colors. Like you guys are going to get all this stuff already. This is just more so for land for folks who probably have the time and want to do it themselves. Okay. But yeah, you guys, you'll have like all this will be done for you. Now, I don't do websites, so what I can do is when it comes to web form, like say if you're saying like, okay, I want mine like yours, I want my web forms embedded on the website. I'm not sure if you do websites or if you have a web designer, but I'm going to show you where you would come to in the StreetFox, like you to how to, pull the code to send to your web developer, or you could do it yourself to put it on your website.
Okay, yeah, we do have a web developer, guys, so yeah.
Okay, so let's just hop right to it since we're talking about web forms. I can just show you real quickly. So this is a demo account that I had the CEO kind of create for me just to protect, clients' data. So web forms, just come into settings, web forms, right? So you'll see, like I just created this on because a lot of people, again, a lot of y'all asked about affiliates and how to nurture affiliates. So affiliates is really big. You can nurture your affiliates in the system. You'll see I just made this form on 8.5. It's probably very basic. Yeah, I ain't even fill it out all the way. But yeah, so let's just go to so when you first come in, you have three forms. You have three forms that the StreetFox give you. You have your affiliate sends a lead form. And then you have the free consultations, that's be your lead form, and then you have a sign-up form for clients. So the affiliate sends a lead form, if you want to peek at it, this would be something that, and I kind of don't use this one though, and I'm gonna show you one that I do use for my affiliates, but this would be the one if affiliate sends, if you had an affiliate and they wanted to send somebody, right? And it's still to me unclear. I need to test this. It's still unclear to me if they fill out this blanket form, is it connected to that specific affiliate? I don't think it is. So I personally kind of don't use this one. When you have an affiliate though, they have, like once you create them an account, they have their own personalized affiliate link. And that's the one I instruct them to use. That way, when they come in, I know for a fact that that person is attached to them. And it's not like a guessing game. Okay. But they do have that one here. The free consultation, this is the defaulted version of the free consultation. Again, when we for anyone who's coming to me for for help with this, we can have a conversation regarding this, especially if you're just starting out with the software, because this is very basic. You can see it doesn't ask a lot of questions. Sometimes I will come in and I will add questions in there for you guys, or you can go in and you can build out the questions that you want to ask for your company. And it's real easy. All you're doing is coming over and just dragging and dropping the questions you want to ask, right? And just making sure you hit save. Okay. But the main important thing I want to show is that when you do hit save, this is how the three options that they give us to collect this data. So option one is what I use because I don't have time to kind of do websites. I'm pretty sure I could if I devoted my time to it, but I don't. I have a web guy too. And so I don't like to bother him as much as possible. So I use option one. So option one is the easy install. So the easy install, you would just come over, you just, copy the code, right? And just email them this whole thing, right? But for the easy install though, it's really good if you're going to be coming in and you want to change things up as far as the questions you ask, or maybe you want to change your redirect, maybe instead of it redirecting to your credit monitoring, maybe you wanted to have your form redirect to your calendar or whatever it is. Because it's easy install, whatever changes you make, it's going to automatically change on the website as soon as you hit save, right? So that's really important. So I like that. I'm like, oh, good. I don't gotta keep going back in and installing this long code. Okay. Option three is the custom install. So this is like if you really want to get fancy, and I didn't even hit the button, but so you can't see, but I'm gonna hit the logo so the logo can pop up. The custom install. So like say if you want to like change the background colors and like the color of the buttons and stuff, like if you really want to get like really fancy with it, you would do the custom install. Okay, the custom install. Now the downside to me of the custom install, if you are not a tech savvy person, every time you make a change with this, if you use the custom install option, you're gonna have to re-embed the code to your website every single time. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, where option one is also for your website, but option one, it'll look just like this. You see it, that's why I went back and hit the button. So you'll still have your logo, but it will just have the white background, whatever questions you ask, and you just hit submit, okay? You do have the option on the web form to change this button to green if you want it to be green. It don't have to be blue. But you know, for me personally, I just like option one. I just go and make my changes. I do, when I make changes to my web forms, I do go and double check and verify on my website that it did update on my website. I'll just go refresh my website and make sure that whatever changes I did is there, and it always is. Okay. Option two is the web form link. So they added this one in for our people who, you know, may reach out to you via text or in your inbox or via email and say, hey, you know, I'm having problems, or whoever you may directly want to send the link to. If you just want to send the link and have them click on the link, and it opens up the web form, that's what option two is. So the web form link. Okay. Before we didn't have this, and we had to get real personalized to make sure we wasn't copying this iframe and making sure we just was copying from, like, it was ridiculous. You see how long this is? And then we would just pull the link from here and then text it to people, right? Now, I personally, unless you want to hyperlink this behind the button, I don't personally use option two. As you can see, it's mad long. So, you know, and then if you have a redirect, it's going to be even longer. So I don't really use option two unless you want to like hyperlink it in an email or something, because I don't know how many characters that is for a text message. It's super long. So just something to keep in mind about. All right. Did you have any questions about the forms, about those?
No, not at this moment. We'll go more in depth
Okay.
tomorrow. But was gonna tell you, like, as far as the leads, when you target the leads, do you use like email blast? What's your best option to target the leads?
So for you, like for y'all, like you have to really think about what your goal is. So for me, like I'm all organic. I don't really use leads. My whole focus is I target realtors. One, because I come from that background, and because I still have my day job. Like I used to be a HUD counselor for HUD, and now I'm a housing policy analyst now. So I'm surrounded by a bunch of housing people all day anyway. But like more than 90% of my clients for me personally come from affiliates. So it's like, you know, it's like I do market, like I do post results on my social media. I need to get better at that. But a lot of my times, like I'm going out to like local, that's another thing too, I should say. Like I'm not really focused on gaining clients out of state either. Like I'm in Maryland, this is a huge state. Like I should be able to get 100 or 200 people in my own state. So, you know, I kind of focus. But, you know, if you are like big on like, you know, TikTok and Instagram, like your approach might be different. So you might want to use ads and have somebody come in and specialize with, you know, with ads on your social media. But for me, I'm just like kind of homegrown. I target my local Facebook groups. I'm in so many of them. I literally just go into my Facebook groups and just add a bunch of realtors. I just add them, add. I just add a bunch of realtors, mortgage people, lenders. I do webinars with them, and I have one coming up too on the 27th. I do webinars with them. I do open houses with them. Sometimes they reach out. If someone's having like an event like this summer I didn't do any. This is the first time I actually turned down events, but I normally will go out and table events with my company, you know, hand out material and stuff. I didn't do any this summer. I just, you know, didn't have it in me to do it. But so yeah, I just do organic stuff. But like, you know, it's really no right way or wrong way. Like you can
Yeah,
go, yeah, you
yeah,
could do organic, you could pay for ads, you could You know what I mean? Build up your
Yeah,
following.
I think your approach is more or less on the field. What you're doing is more the people approach. You're out there, you're getting yourself out there. For us, I mean, again, we'll go more in depth and you can give us some pointers, but
Mhm.
at this time, we're focusing more on marketing
Mhm.
because of different reasons. But again,
Yeah.
we can explain that later tomorrow on the onboarding. But yeah, I'm kind of getting that you're more out there. You're more into the social and you speak to people. Uh
Yeah. Yeah, and again, that's why I said like each like it's no right way or wrong way. You know what I mean? So like for me, because I'm kind of one woman show, I can go out and I can be the face of my business. You know what I mean? Um, and I can network. I can get my following up. I have grown my following like a whole lot actually. I need to I said be more consistent. But like I said, it's no right way or wrong way. If you talk to other people in the group, or if you take any marketing courses, it's people in there who pay for ads and get that stuff out there that way. But especially if you are looking to take clients in multiple states, it's other people who are really big on TikTok and get a ton of clients from TikTok, right? Because they're doing like those little funny, those clips and kind of going viral that way. So it really just depends on you and kind of what your business goals are and your mission. Like it's no right way or wrong way. It's just for me, I didn't really have a marketing budget. I didn't even really think about it. And I was like, well, if this doesn't work, then I probably will consider doing ads or taking folks out of the state. But like right now, I'm just kind of in Maryland right now. But yeah, but we could talk more about that tomorrow.
okay.
But again, don't feel like it's no right way or wrong way, but that's how I get my leads because you asked me. I get my leads from my affiliates. And the good thing too, what I will say about if you do target relatives, and I have someone who I recommend, and I can send you his information. He was like a mortgage banker loan, I don't know, for like 20 something years or whatever, and he has a company too. But what I like about getting leads from them are those are serious hot leads, right? It's like you don't have to sell to them because it's like they went to their lender, they don't have the credit score they need, so they come to you like with their credit card out, like, yeah, I need to get to a 640, or I need to do whatever. You like those are your serious clients. So those for that reason, I haven't had too many issues, and I had folks stay with me like over 12 months. It just depends on what their goals were. So it is a benefit to that because like you don't necessarily have to sell to them. All right.
Yeah.
um okay, so those are the forms, and then Um, let's go to, oh, let me just show you what an affiliate account looks like. Let's see. Because I think I put, yeah, I did. I put my stuff in here. Um, so obviously I don't have no lead, so all this is blank, but this is kind of what it looks like. You guys definitely should come in, play around with it. I just wanted to highlight what I was referring to when I said they have their own link. Even
Mm.
their link is super long. So I don't know. A lot of times they come in and they just manually enter in the lead. They just come in and do that. Because this lead is real long, but for my realtors who have like a link tree or a website, I'd be like, just take the form and then embed this stuff, on your form. I mean, on your website or behind your link tree. It's super cool. They could come in, they can add in all that information. I don't pay out my affiliates, but you do have the option to keep this information in here. And I'm going to clarify. All this is doing is collecting information. I did get asked, like, can you pay your affiliates with the SprewFox? Right now, no, you cannot. But I kind of wonder if they're thinking about doing that in the future, because why else would they have the payment method and stuff here, right?
Yeah, I think I did reach out to Derek
Mhm.
from the Spew Fox a while back about that same situation, and he said not at any time soon. All you got to do is just what they have for this tab is mainly to just keep track of what they're sending, and if
Mhm.
you do want to have them like a payout, then you kind of structure them, or you kind of
Yeah.
structure that, yeah, like on a personal level with the affiliate.
Yeah, and I feel like it's always something going on, and it's like they have so many projects in their pipeline, right? But then when something else major happens, like they have to kind of shift their focus kind of on other stuff. Like So like we came out with like they like redid the whole software, then they coming out with the app because we couldn't text. So then they came up with like Metro compliance because the Metro compliance companies that were on the market were like supercharging folks ridiculously. I mean, like $30 a letter, like putting people out of business. So like they came up with their own version. So it's like they kind of react to the now, and then like what I would call like these pet peeve projects kind of get put to the back burner a little bit.
Right.
But I tell folks, you'll see me say in a group, like, hey, like give them some time, like they're working. I don't know how big the staff is, but they're working, and improving. But yeah, but you can see they can come in, they can add their photo, their company logo. You can assign a rep. For all my affiliates, I assign the rep to me, and not like my future staff. All my affiliates are assigned to me. Okay, so for AutoFox, I don't think I did anything crazy in here yet with AutoFox. I know they just added. And they added some score fusion stuff. The only thing I think I added in here, and I'll go back up to affiliates, was the mobile app. Because again, I like automations. And for anybody who's signed up with my automations, you'll get this too, because I don't got time to keep manually sending no more. Because right now you have to like manually send your client the mobile app link. So this is kind of what you can do now. For my folks who are with me, if you did the automations, your setup is going to be a tad bit different. But just for the sake of illustration purposes, for this one, I had it set up where as soon as they turn into a client, they will automatically get this email that reminds them to say, hey, download the mobile app, right?
Yeah, because on our side, the way it's set up is on our website, there's a client portal login, so they can log in every 30-day cycle when there's a new import, so they can check what happened during this last 30 days, right? What their new score is, or what accounts were removed, and blah, blah, blah. So we have it on the website, but you have it to where you direct them so they can look at it on the mobile app.
Yeah, well, the mobile app, I'm not sure how long you had this before, but the mobile app only been out like a couple of weeks, maybe like a month or two. So the mobile app is new. If you go to my website, I have that too, which you're referring to. My affiliates can log in and my clients can log in. But the point of the mobile app is, and I'm pretty sure you can probably attest to this, is that one, it's easier for clients to access. Unfortunately, I can't screen share the mobile app, but you should definitely download it yourself. And we have two apps. I'm not sure if you're aware, but we have a client app. And then folks were so spoiled. They were like, oh, how are we going to respond? How are we going to respond? I'm like, you go to your desktop and you log into your account and you respond, but because so many people were responding, they came up with an admin app. So we have two apps, and I have both on my phone. After I swore up and down, I was not going to download it because I was like, no. Once I'm off from credit repair, I'm done. I don't want no messages coming to my phone. But I downloaded it anyway because I run a group. I want to test it out. So It's like super cool. So it's all push notifications. So to your point, like, yes, you should definitely still have this on your website, but having a mobile app is even better. And let me see, just for the sake of illustration purposes, because they should probably have it on their website, because you can see a view. They could do everything in there without having to log in every single time. They could come in, they can do the same thing, monitor their score, right? It's two-way texting. It's going to have your logo. They could upload that document. That's super important unless you're doing power of attorney. I was like, even now, but I only was stressing now. Like my clients are taking forever to send me their documents, right? And they always complained about trying to email them to me or trying to upload them, on a desktop from the portal. But now they can do it right from the mobile app. They literally just take pictures and it uploads their documents into the document tab. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because we were having the same issue. So for example, we deal with a lot of clients that are not computer savvy, let's say that way. So it's easier for me to just say, hey, shoot them either via text, just take a picture as long as it's legible, send it over, I'll upload it, or attach them to an email. Here's my email and I'll upload them for you. And that seemed to work fine, but there's times where, like you just said, for some apparent reason, either, whatever it's called live, it takes a while
Yeah.
for them to send them.
Yeah, and I'll just be like, and I'll just keep dispute in there, because I'm like, well, look, the stuff is coming off. But yeah, definitely. And I definitely recommend them over at, because you can, this is kind of how it looks, here's what I'm saying. They could upload any documents, right? Also, if you're onboarding, they could onboard on the mobile app too. They can go in and sign their client agreement. They can put their credit card information in. Okay. The texting is live two-way text and it's push notification. So if you send them a message, the message is going to push through to the app. Okay. So they can no more. I didn't see your email or stuff going into spam. And again, this is like really big because, like I say, within the past year, a lot of us have not been able to text. So this is why it became like a real big thing because we haven't been able to text.
Yeah. Did you also have that problem with Twilio where they wanted you to integrate with Twilio?
Yeah. I stopped. I kind of just gave up on it because, like I said, my automations are already built out anyway. And I'm like, look, folks have been able to email, but when the app came out, like I make sure, like within like during the consultation call or the onboarding call, I make sure that app is downloaded and it'll tell you, and you know what, I can't show you here because I don't have any clients, but it'll tell you too. You'll be able to see in their file if they downloaded the app. Like the SpeedFox will tell you. It'll
Okay.
tell you if they download the app. But yeah, it's super cool. And like I said, you can come and watch this yourself on your own time. All I did was come in, type in the SpeedFox mobile app just to get to the website. Speaking of website, let me show you guys what I did. Let's put and this available on Google and Apple. At first it wasn't on Apple, but now we have Google. But let me go to my Facebook real quick because I'm like a nerd sometimes. So I actually created a landing page for my mobile app. And let me give credit to somebody because one of my group experts, this was not an original idea. He sent me his. I was like, oh, how did you do that? And so I created mine too. So I need to start promoting this because I'm like, why did I even pay for this? Because because I think I kind of downloaded it because in my mind, I know like they're getting ready to do an app for leads. And I really want that. Like I really want to have the mobile app for leads. But nonetheless, now you can see it's different, right? Because it has my logo here. These are screenshots I took directly from my company, from somebody's file. They can upload their cards. And then again, bam, here's another web form, right? I love my web forms. So this web form, I don't even know where, I think they come in. Yeah, I think when they fill out this web form, I have them come in as a lead. That's probably why I'm not really promoting this landing page because I'm like, we don't have a lead app yet. But once we do, I'm gonna really start pushing this and then have them come in as a lead, and then I can nurture them via email and via the app. And that'll also help with some TSR stuff too.
Okay.
So we'll see, but yeah, I have it on there too. That's just my little link tree. Okay. Yeah, the mobile app is free and it's free. It's included in your monthly pricing. It's not had someone else ask me that. It's no cost for you to send messages to your clients in the app. Okay. It's already included in your monthly billing. All right. So AutoFox, let's go to affiliates. You can see they only give you one email for affiliates. It's not really too much you can do with it. Oh yeah, see, I started building up stuff on demo. So because they don't have statuses that you can assign to your affiliates yet, they just come in, they would just get this basic standard email. Right. And then what you would have to do is if you wanted to like nurture your affiliates, if you had like a nurturing campaign, you could just start building it out. In the same one, you said I said like educational email one. And if I want to do another educational email, I would just, for the sake of illustration purposes, come up here and call it educational emails too. And I just I don't know. I just maybe delay it every 5 days or 4 days. I don't know, right? You just come in, you just kind of play with it, right? Because again, with affiliates, it's not really too much you can do until they have those statuses. Oh, let me well, I think this one is starting, and yeah, this one starts instantly. When did I do this one? Or I said 2 days. So like you can come in and you can see, like if you guys see it, like you could come in, you can build out different things. You can set it up for how you want it to come out. Like, do you want it to come out right away after the previous step? You can delay stuff by days, minutes,
Yeah, no,
hours.
with the AutoFox tab, I am somewhat familiar because we have built our own automations for like different subjects, but more or less it's helpful. I have reached out to Derek as well when I have any hiccups with it.
Mhm.
And he's been very helpful, but
Yeah, dark is amazing. Thanks. But a good thing is too, and I already had clients doing this too, like if it's something specifically, if you do come to me with my automation software program, if it is something specifically that I help you set up with, like you can definitely reach out to me too, and I can like look at it and troubleshoot. I have like one client, like every time and it's half the time that stuff ain't got nothing to do with me, but she'll like still copy me in her emails to dispute that. It's like because I know like they're on a different time zone and I still have access to her account,
right.
I'll like just log in and I'll respond. And I'll just go ahead and like and fix whatever the issue is for it. But you'll have like an extra pair of hands. Because it's not like, I just help you guys do your automation and that's it. Like, no, as long as I'm around, like you will have like that second, kind of ongoing support. Okay.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so it's not really too much you can do. Again, like I said, with the affiliates now, what I do is for example, so because I want to kind of stay on topic just a little bit. If I have like if an affiliate sends me a lead, okay, so maybe I'll call this I'm gonna put this in the onboarding gallery. And if an affiliate sends a lead, it's a way where you could come in. I don't do that. It's a way you could come in and like build out an email and it'll kind of go out to their lead with that affiliate name, right? To say, hey, affiliate, Robert Johnson, send us your information, like we're reaching out, blase, blase, right? So let's say maybe I would start. Let's see. So you could let's do the web form. This one. So like web form submitted, I would say affiliate sends lead. Affiliate sends lead that way. I wonder if I can do it where I think this is what I asked them to do too. Yeah, so that's another thing too. I don't think I need to ask them that. And I'm on live video. So this is gonna help remind myself. So looking, these are all the start conditions, right? And you know what I keep noticing that's missing is there is no start condition. Well, no, I don't want it that way. Yeah, there's no start condition for when if you want to have a start condition for when an affiliate manually sends you a lead or something, right? There's no start condition for that I have seen. I'm looking, I still don't see it. I'm going to ask about that.
Okay, yeah.
I was trying to build that out. So for some time, that's another reason why I kind of don't like, but I just had to happen the other day and I wouldn't have, well, because the I still let you know you have a lead, but I wouldn't have known that this person sent me a lead unless they personally text me like, oh, I sent you a client. You know what I mean? That's what prompted me to look. And then I went in and I have to manually trigger the autofox because I know the autofox doesn't go out if they manually put it in, but it will with the web form. So I'll just leave the web form. But I want to show, so like when you come in, we'll just say, I'll just call it step one. So right now, When you come in, you could do email. Oh, these are all the things, because you say you're kind of familiar with AutoFax, but I just like to just go over it because, like, for the people that's watching it, these are all the different things that you guys can set up. You can send out email. If you can text, you can automate text. You can automate portal messages. You can automate tasks. Task is definitely my favorite thing to do. For a lot of the repetitive tasks and things that we do in the software, particularly if you're thinking down the line and you're going to have staff and the different things you want them to do, like having tasks like for each rounds, or when you're setting off a round, when a round comes back that you want your staff to do, this is where you would come and you would create that, right? To help kind of remind them. And then every time a task is due, it shows up over here in your task toolbar. That's like super cool to me. But you can create notes. My favorite one is portal access on and off. I am famous for turning off portal access for non-payment, any non-compliance. After the AutoFax sequence completes, I will definitely shut off portal access automatically. That's really helpful because previously we had to go in and manually close out people's files. Now we don't have to do that. Of course, API, again, if you're like real tech savvy and you're super fancy. Update data fields. This is really big for me, particularly within my service. I do a lot of updating fields, right? So they may fill out a web form and they may come in as in a certain folder or in a certain status, but as they're moving through the program, I'm shifting my clients and my leads to different folders based off of where they are in the process. Okay, so that's like super cool. And then, of course, my personal favorite is you can also automate at messages. So in my AutoFax, anywhere where there was a text message going out, I added a at message. So I can still make sure that's getting out because, again, the text messages are hit and miss. Okay. But I just want to show like the email, and let me move this toolbar out my way. All right. So another thing I like to do for any of my, not all of them, but maybe like the welcome email, and then for the monthly template, for my monthly templates, I also copy in the affiliate. Whatever affiliate sent them to me, each month I copy them in the template, so that they also get a copy of the monthly progress report, the same way the client gets. Okay. But so let's just say, I want this email to go out to client and affiliate. I would basically come in. I just like to do that because I don't like how that's so close to that line for some reason. I don't know, it bothers me. But you see here where you can come in to do affiliate info. So this way you could come in and you could type in and say, hey, you could just say welcome. Like this type of like welcome to my company, right? Period or exclamation point. You could say, we received your information from, right? Then you could come over and put this person, their affiliate information in here. Okay. And then continue on with whatever the content you want this email to say. Okay. When that email goes out, it's going to automatically populate this information, whoever sent them. I found this to be helpful because sometimes, people are busy, they're living lives, and if they're getting just like random emails from a random company, like, they're going to probably think it's spam and be like, who is this person? Like, who sent you? And then seeing them here, seeing the affiliate name and who sent them, it's helpful. Okay. So again, it's something that I personally do that I recommend you guys do too, if you have the time to set that up, if you are using affiliates. Okay. And let me show you, because I know I got a feeling somebody's going to come back and they're going to ask me, how do I change my monthly progress report, my email template, so that the affiliates get a copy? So you come to settings, and it should be under, yep, email. They got a bunch of, so this is where you find all of the SpreeFax templates, default templates. So if you have a default template going out with the SpreeFax that you kind of like, I don't like this, or I want to change the wording, this is where you come. Settings, email, SMS, Zapier. Okay. And then, progress report template. Okay. Again, this is not my account, this is a demo account, so it's not already set up. But you can see client email, and if you wanted to go out to the affiliate, you would just do the affiliate, right? And you can see it's gonna go out to both of them, and then you just come in and hit save. All right. Now, full disclosure, if my people come in with an affiliate, part of my client agreement, I do have a release of information. So I do have permission to, share that with them. So the things that I share with my affiliates is I share the progress report monthly. I share the credit audit. Those are the main two important things. If they are not following directions or not paying their bill, I would say towards the end of my sequence, I do have an email that also copies in the affiliate to let them know that their client is, on the verge of being dismissed, for non-payment. And that helps too, especially again, if they're on the track and they're supposed to be buying a house, that kind of gives you almost like a free staffer, right? To reach out to that person, like, hey, what's going on? Like, are you not getting the email? You're about to be dismissed. You haven't paid your invoice or whatever the case is. And I've had people, because their realtor reached out to them, they have reached out to me to kind of let me know that, they're about to pay, or they need to change the billing date, whatever it is. Because, for me, it's just about communication. So that's like really helpful. But you do have that option. I just want to say that on video, that if you are going to be sharing folks' information, just make sure that, you have a release of information on file. All right. So we got about a couple of minutes left. I'm going to kind of just open up the floor for questions, because I know I've just been running my mouth. Any questions? And while I'm in settings, I'm gonna come to portal settings again. I was gonna
Hey, Tanika, I had a question.
yes.
This is Lewis.
Mhm.
I'm working on getting the merchant account finished, the last step for that. Thank you for that. And so now I'm working on bringing clients in. I'll purchase the software either today or tomorrow, and I want to start bringing clients in.
Okay.
So I don't have my website anymore. How do you navigate that without a website? Do you have to have the website right now?
You don't have to have a website. A lot of people just get started with a Linktree. And it's funny that you comment on the tail end. We just were talking about this too. About like the marketing. If you don't have a website, you have to kind of get conventional with how to build up like your email list, your text subscriber list. You might have to, well, I would say if you pay for ads, but you don't have anywhere to redirect them to. But if you're just starting out, and I know like eventually you do want to get a website, you could just start with a Linktree. You could do a Linktree and just like link your different web forms on your Linktree.
Can you do that through Facebook?
Well, you can't create a Linktree through Facebook. So Linktree is a separate company. So this is mine, if you see my screen. Linktree is a separate company, and I just embed, I just put my Linktree on my website. And then when folks be getting on my nerve or asking me questions, I just kind of refer them here. And I need to come in and customize this, because you can come in, you can see I got the free one, because Linktree is free, it don't cost anything. You only pay if you want to like customize it more, and like remove this Linktree thing off of here. But you can add photos on here, because you can see here like it's already a photo. But my Linktree, I kind of have it, my About Me section goes to my website. This is my Facebook group, my appointments. This is all my company stuff. The 3 services I offer is my download my app, my resources. These are connected to my website as well. Because I'm like with upset. So this is on my website. I would just say like do a Linktree. Right. If you don't have a website, my recommendation is to do a Linktree, or you can also do a landing page. A landing page is more cost effective than paying somebody to design a whole website for you.
Okay.
You can do a landing page too. So you have options. Okay.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, and I definitely want to get your information on getting a website done and
Mhm.
also payment. Do you do I think you said you do payment plans for the automations whenever you open that back up.
Yeah, so I did. You probably didn't see it, but I did that. I think like on Friday or whatever. But yeah, like everything is on the website. Um, everything is on the website, and I had a glitch on here too. So I had my guy fix it, but yeah, everything is on the website. So you would just come in and whatever one you wanted to do, you would just, select that package. And the payment plan is on the website. You could do the Affirm or Klarna. Those are third-party companies.
I got you.
They do whatever they do, and then you can just sign up. Now, I have had people ask me, this is before I kind of increased the price. It was a little bit cheaper over the summer. Could they do, oops, what I do? Could they do I think I X'd it out. Oh, no, I didn't. Could they do the like lower package and then upgrade later? You can do that too if you wanted to and just pay the difference later. It's totally fine. But I'm thinking that now that it's more like a buy now, pay now option, that folks will just go ahead and just get the one they really want. And the price is comparable with other automation services. Like most folks charge like around $1,000 to build out automations. But the difference with what kind of what I do over here is that one, I actually use the software, so I know how to like really like tweak it and work it. But the difference is here is like it's the same price, but you don't need a bunch of 1,000 different things to make this work. Like everything that I'm going to be doing is going to be all built in within your auto files. So you're not going to use Zapier, you're not going to use Active Campaign, you're not going to use, I think somebody else was using ChargeBeat. I'm like, girl, you don't need Charge. Yeah, you don't need none of that stuff. Because the SpreeFiles really is all inclusive. So like once you're set up and you have, like your merchant account approved and everything, like you can literally do everything in the SpreeFiles.
All right, great. That's what I need. I need that $1,000 package. Um, that'll probably be a
Yeah, and
better
then
one for.
yeah, like whenever you're ready, like it's it'll don't plan on going anywhere. And I really honestly, to be honest, if you just want to get started, really all you need is this one. Like like this one is like for extra people. Like if you want the emails branded to your brand, like if you know your color code, I can make the emails your colors. If you want to affiliate emails, so it's kind of like the extras, literally the extras. Like if you want the emails branded to your brand, if you want affiliate stuff in there, if you want like something to go out to your graduation clients, the client re-engagement. So like I could have like an AutoFox set up, be it 3 or 6. Somebody said 6 because by 6 months, sometimes they mess up their credit again. So we can have like a sequence that starts 6 months from when they graduate or whatever it is that you want to do to kind of like re-engage them again and kind of peek in and check on them, just different things. But yeah, like whenever you're ready, like you have my email, just email me. And
I sure will.
About it.
I appreciate it. I did have another question, but it's more for leads, so I'll ask that in the
go
group.
ahead. No, we're talking about leads tonight. We're talking about leads and affiliates.
Oh, okay. All right. So, and this is my last question. I am at work, so it's probably a little loud. But the question I had was, or that the lead had was, they're dealing with Midland, and they got sued by Midland. They went to court, they settled and just made payments to them, but they were making payments and something happened. So he went back to court, it got dismissed, but he's still paying. And I told him, I said, you kind of gave it away when you accepted payment, you kind of took ownership of that debt. So I didn't know what to tell him, because now the judge threw it out, but he doesn't have the paperwork. I didn't know if he could go back to the court and get that information, but it's also been past 4 years. So I'm thinking, the what is it called? Statute
Statute
of
of limitations.
limitations, but he did take ownership of that debt. Once you make payment, you pretty much saying it's yours, so
Mhm.
that may not work.
So
What
that's
should
yeah, so that's like a dispute question. So dispute question, I would definitely ask that in a group because it depends on a lot of
cool, yeah.
factors. And you don't have the stuff in front of you. So a lot of times these clients, they don't be telling us the whole story. And also the
Exactly.
statute of limitations, that depends on the accounts. It's not 3 years for everybody. Like if he signed something with like a wet seal on that, it can go up to 12. Like Maryland is 12 years. They have 12 years to see you. If you signed it with a wet seal signature on there.
Gotcha.
Um,
Gotcha.
I just had
Thank
that
you.
for something I did crazy for the ex-boyfriend who I'm not even with. Like I started
Wow.
something for him and they came back to me like right at the 12-year mark. Right at the 12-year
Wow.
mark a
Millen
couple
don't
weeks
play,
ago.
man.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell? Because I was like, I know my rights. Like this is past 7 years and da, 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 da. And no, I looked it up. They was like, no, like we have 12 years to. I was like,
Yeah.
what? They was
They're
trying to come
serious.
do
They're
the same thing.
very serious.
So
So
so it depends on the type of contract and all of that. And like you said, if he re-engaged with that or made a payment, that can restart the clock too. That's why I try to tell my
right. That's what I told him.
I don't do payment plans unless they agree in writing to do a pay per delete. But yeah, we can get into
Right.
that in a group.
Okay. I
Um,
appreciate that.
yeah, you're welcome. I just want to show folks too. This is what the mobile app looks like for the admin app. For folks who don't have it, you would just come in to where am I at? Oh yeah, I'm in company settings, company profile. Send yourself the link and play with it. Okay, it's super cool. You don't have to respond to text messages if you don't want to. But it's just so you can, kind of look at it and see kind of what it looks like. This is how you send yourself the link. I also just wanted to show the client agreements. Because what I didn't show, and I'll go back and I'll show, well, let me do that. Let's go to web forms. Particularly for my sign-up form. My sign-up form is that's real important because in my web agreements, I mean, not web, but my web forms, for my sign-up forms, I did come in, they only have one. But I did come in and for each of my web forms, I had my client agreements attached to my web form. Because I think we asked for that too, because we got tired of going in and having to manually assign agreements to people. So now you can do it per web form. Okay. So that's like super cool, particularly for me on my website too, because I have the 3 different packages or whatever that I do, like each of my packages have its own contracts or client agreements for people that don't like the word contract. So I don't have to worry about doing anything. Really, honestly, I don't have to do anything except for the first time I've probably really touched that file is when I have to manually create the invoice, because with the SprewFox, you cannot auto charge. You still have to manually create that initial invoice, and then you can go in and set up that reoccurring billing. But I have my client agreement set here. But what I want to show you guys who's going to come back and watch this, with the client agreements though, it gets a little bit wonky, right? As you can see, you already have a default agreement in here. This is just like a prototype, y'all. Okay, for folks who watch this home, do not use this and think you're compliant because you won't be. Okay. But yeah, so this is not a compliant agreement, but you do have one in here. And you can see it doesn't really cover anything, hardly. Actually, you know what? I think I even changed mine. Oh no, I didn't. This is really nice. I'm like, that tree, because it's like super short. But yeah, they only have like the notice of right to cancel, the consumer rights. Okay. So anyway, I get off track sometimes. What I recommend you do is because when you're looking at the web form, how I was showing you guys like how you can attach the web forms, because this system has a default agreement, sometimes it's going to, even if you unselect it, the system for some reason it automatically reselects this default agreement, right? Which is not compliant. And then you have clients that will sign this agreement plus whatever one you assign to them. So what I recommend you do is make your default agreement like your federal disclosures, right? So that way, if that gets defaulted, it's not a big issue because they got to sign it anyway. Okay, so you can make your default be your federal disclosures or like a privacy statement. Okay, then you could come in and then you can add any subsequent agreement you want to add. You can come in and add it here. Okay, and then go in and assign your different agreements to your different web forms. Now, my agreement is broken up. I don't have one long continuous agreement. Like all of my federal and state disclosures are separated out. Then I have my client agreement. Okay, my client agreement consists of, you know, how much it's going to cost them, and you know, like my internal policies for refund and stuff of that nature. Then at the end, I have the extra stuff. So I have like my credit card authorization form. I think I have that. I have the affiliate, well, permission to share information. The arbitration, I think I made separate too. And then the last thing I added in there is the score share thing, because we got this new feature where you can share results. The SpreeFox creates like this template, and it kind of shows their first name, but not their last name. Or you can go in, you can edit it, but I just added like permission to like share their results or whatever. But so just to let, I just said to say that you could come in and you can have multiple agreements in here. Like at one time, y'all, I had like 15 things in here. And I'm like, okay, this is to me agreements. And I kind of went and combined myself. I went from like 15 to 9 for to cover all my different packages and things. If you are bringing in another agreement, I know folks ask me this all the time. You're going to need to come in and you're going to need to format your agreement with the data variables over here. So for example, you cannot bring your agreement over from another software and just paste it and think it's going to work. You have to change out your data variables, guys. Okay. So wherever there's their name, address, like pricing, you have to come in and change that out. Okay. And the SpreeFox, again, I like to just highlight, like they're like super efficient. So this is something else that we ask for people who operate in different states. You know, different states have different cooling off periods, right? So they got it down to the date where before I used to just be like, because Maryland, we have 3 days cooling off period. I used to be like, oh, you have 3 days to cancel, right? Kind of vague. But now they have where you can get it down to the actual date. It'll put like whatever today's date was plus 3 days or 5 days. You can have that exact date and you can say like, oh, you have to midnight on this date to, you know what I'm saying, to cancel or whatever the case is. Like super efficient. The same thing with pricing. If you guys haven't seen this, it's super efficient with pricing too, because apparently, to be compliant, you have to let folks know, particularly this is people that's charging monthly. Yeah, this monthly, because I don't see how you can do it for pay per delete. Yeah, this monthly price. This is not for people that's doing pay per delete or charging a one-time fee. But for us folks that's charging monthly, you're supposed to let them know like how much or estimate how much the cost is gonna be for them. So this was like really helpful. That we could come in and we can say, hey, your initial price, you know, plus your monthly fee, plus whatever, you know, X, you know, X would be whatever number amount a month it is. So let's say 12. So the enrollment fee with the 12 for 12 months with the monthly amount. When you put that in here, when you put this data variable in there and you send it out, the SpreeFox automatically calculates like what that 12-month thing will be, or 6 months, whatever it is that you estimate they're going to be in your program. So again, like super helpful tools and things to be compliant if you like a variable like me and just want everything to be super efficient. But I think that really covers it. Like if you want to have a complete, you know, offhand onboarding process, the way to go is your web forms. Okay, connect your web forms to your website. Okay, then once you do that, how I just showed you guys, go in, you take your client agreement, and then connect your client agreements to the SpreeFox form. So you're not having to go in and manually assign contracts. Okay. And then the last step is just really just building up your AutoFox to be completely hands-off, so where you don't even have to even touch them during the onboarding process until they're ready to get that initial invoice. Okay. Any questions? And you know what I didn't show y'all too, but I feel like I did that in another video, but just real quick, because the SpeedFox have it in here already, is the lead. I didn't show you the lead. Here it is right here. The SpeedFox only give you one lead email. And see, it's super basic. So if you're trying to do this yourself, if you have this lead email, this is nice. But if you want it to come out where you want, not only if you manually enter in the lead or something, right? But if you want this to start with like a web form or something too, like maybe you create in different web forms like how I do. You would just come in and you would just say, you know, web form submitted, and then whatever web form you wanted to start, you can just do that. Okay. And then they will come in and they'll get this, the little welcome email and stuff. Okay. All right. So we're kind of over time, so I'm going to go too much longer, but any other questions on affiliates, the leads, web forms before I let you go?
No, you pretty much cover all the basics, so tomorrow we'll go a little bit more in depth. I thank you for your time.
No problem. Okay,
Yeah,
so
thank you, Tanika. I appreciate the information.
okay,
So
okay, this